Guys and dolls. So Monday, start of the week. Just want to get a wee quick video down. Don't know if it's going to be quick. But yeah, it's just a couple of things floating about in my head that I need to get out. It's just basically to do with everything that's going on right now. The explosion of right-wing politics, you know, and I've just heard the word far right coming up again, and I just want to clarify a few things from my position, because I know quite a lot of people that follow me know this, but this is the thing, it's a learning curve for me, you know. I don't know all these names that are out there that people are throwing about, no clue who's who, you know. Patriots to me are patriots. The people I have around me are these kind of people. They have Muslim friends, they have black friends, they respect all religions, and they do not hate immigrants. You know, it's pretty simple. Like it is really simple to us because we know who we are. But I don't know if there's maybe some people that think that we're somebody else, and they're trying to, I don't know, come in to people that's around me, my fringes. I don't know, because I don't know. This is the truth. I don't know. But like I can imagine, you know. When there's a big problem, it is a big problem. I can see it as a big problem because, you know, Tommy Robinson, you know, and I don't like going on and on about him, you know, I've done my videos about him, I've told you how I feel. I don't like clickbaiting. I've done one video on TikTok when he got the 1 million views. That's it. I don't copy everything he does and put it up to get copy. I'm not that kind of guy. I totally respect the guy. I feel really bad for what he's went through. That's it. Politically, you know, it's like, it's a minefield out there, you know, and like I can understand where he's coming from as well when he's saying things about far right popping up and people to be careful. I totally get that, you know, 110%. But it's a wee bit confusing for some people, because some people are thinking like the only rally you should go to is a Tommy Robinson rally, and I know Tommy Robinson would never want that to be the case. The only thing Tommy Robinson's worried about is people using his name to get other people to go, and then the far right go, and I don't even like using this word far right. I'm going to stop using it from now on. Now I'm going to make a conscious decision of stop using the word far right, because I'm going to tell you straight, I know far right. I was born and bred with far right. We had the National Front and the BNP and all sorts of characters coming into our communities because we were so patriotic. We were British, we were proud, we were royalists, you know. We were easy targets, you know what I mean? So I know far right, yeah. I know what they're all about. It's extremism, right? And I just cannot see extremism like that around anybody I'm friends with or getting to know, you know, because I make it very clear where I stand, and I honestly don't think people would stand with me, with my views, bringing Protestants and Catholics together, you know, respecting Muslims, you know, knowing that I've had really good friends, you know, with Muslims and been best friends, and I don't see any difference. I don't see any difference at all. It's not until if they start preaching to me and trying to convert me and telling me about Allah and all the rest of it, I won't have anybody about me like that. So the guys that I knew, these were back in the 90s, and I was in prison in England, and they were diamond geezers. They were Muslims, and they prayed and they done all that thing, but it never never got in between our friendship, you know. And it was brilliant. That was amazing for me, because I'd never met anybody from another country, because Northern Ireland was not a diverse place. And who's going to move to somewhere like Belfast in the 70s and 80s and the 90s? You're nuts, you know what I mean? You're lucky to get a Chinese restaurant, so you were back in the day. But, you know, this is what I'm trying to say, guys. You know, far right, it's a very extremism. And I think some people out there are sort of helping the government a wee bit by talking about the far right, because I understand there's people out there that aren't right in the head. They're not right in the head, but you've got to leave it down to us to sort that out. You know, we will, anybody around me, I won't have anybody around me like that. Obviously, none of my friends, you know what I mean? Boys in Unite the North, I've watched that grow. It's just started. We've been together, and I understand we can't vet every single person, right? But as soon as we see any hatred, they're gone. It's as simple as that, because the message gets lost. And we understand people are angry, they're frustrated, and there's nobody there. You know, Tommy's over there. He's not allowed a platform. He can't speak to his people the way he would want to. You know, there's nobody else there prepared to do it. There really isn't, and we need guidance. We need guidance. We don't need to be listening to the government and everybody else and all the celebrities telling our working class guys that they're far right Nazi thugs, because they're just a wee bit confused with what's going on right now. You've got to see it from a working class point of view. These people are sitting and watching facts come out, and it's not misinformation, it's facts of what's going on in the country, and it's scaring the living daylights out of people. When you've got thousands of girls being abused, guys, in one city, and everything's kept so quiet about it, that scares people. People in the working class aren't used to that kind of thing. They're not used to horrific things going on in our country and everybody being silent about it. We're used to being all over the news, documentaries all about it, all different styles of things. You know, we're used to seeing it being brought out into the highlight and people made aware, and all of a sudden that awareness is gone, you know. And so now we've got a branch or a group, or I don't even know what you want to call it. It's just confused people that haven't got any guidance from anywhere at all. And every time they pick their head up to complain, they're getting told they're far right, racists or Nazis. And you've got to understand what that's like for some people. I'm going to tell you something. When you're in prison and they treat you really bad and you're getting beat and they're leaving you stripped naked and you're shitting in fucking bits of paper and throwing it out the window and pissing in piss pots, or having to piss in a piss pot where fucking 10 men's already pissed in, you know what I mean? And it's about a month old. See, when people get treated like that, you treat a man like an animal, he becomes an animal. This is what I'm trying to say to these guys. You can't keep throwing this far-right rhetoric. They aren't far-right. I know what far-right are. Far-right are extremists, just like the far left. And just like, they don't walk about our communities. They don't. You might get some old-timer from back in the day giving it off in the pub, but people will walk away. You won't see people joining in that conversation. You'll always see somebody pointing out, listen, stop tarring foul and everybody was saying brush. It's a small minority, and we all know that, but people aren't able to talk about it properly, guys. And, you know, the last thing we want is to start shutting people down, because the government have done it to Tommy all this time, and I'm not going to come onto my platform and start trying to shut people down because they're a wee bit confused. And I'm certainly not going to call them racist or far-right thugs, that's for sure. Never. You know what I mean? I know the difference between these people and far-right. I'm telling you, I come from East Belfast, South Belfast. We were born and bred with the fucking stuff. You know what I mean? All of us, it was horrible. It was fucking horrible. You know? At the end of the day, we're for everyone, all colours. We're for everyone, all religions. You know, it's no rocket science. We don't see any difference between colour. You know, I don't believe in the word racism. I think it's a hoax. I don't believe a man can hate another man just because of the colour of their skin. They may think they do, but in most cases these are people who've never actually met a Muslim or met a black person. You know. And they just, you know, they're just not aware. They don't know. They haven't had life experiences, you know. And the way the media and the government are working right now, if we take Falkirk, carry on, silence, complete silence. And there's not even a police presence or nothing. And there's still kids going to the park, pitch black, you know. And everybody in the area are horrified. I was there, I spoke to them. I'm not going to put people on camera or get their voices. I'm not going to do that, you know. Just to prove a point, you know what I mean? Go yourselves, walk about that area, ask people coming out of them big flats what they think. It's no rocket science, it's no hard. You know, people are scared. People around that area that know are making sure their kids aren't going out at night time, never mind to that park. And that's not the way our country should be run. This country has been run with kids running about the streets, playing in parks. You know, it was one of the safest places. We used to get them off the streets to put them into the parks because it was the safest places in our community. And now we're seeing every park where there's migrant hotels, they're sitting drinking in the parks. I've seen videos where they're sitting videoing children. what the fuck, man? You can't expect people to be silent about that, and you can't call people far right because they're not happy. Sorry, I think there's a wee bit of rain on that. I'm trying to just get this out of the way because it's annoying me. It really is, like, it's really annoying me. You know, there's so much back hanging at each other. It's nuts. I never thought it was like that. You know what I mean? It's not nice. You know what I mean? People hating on Tommy and all that. I mean, how can you hate on somebody like that? It doesn't matter if you don't like the guy. You don't need to like the guy, you know. But you don't need to run about saying he's really shrill and all that nonsense. The guy's fucking been persecuted. Like, he's went through hell. Trust me. Sorry, I forget the mic's here. Trust me. The guy's a working class guy. That's all you got to remember. That's as far as it goes. And I keep saying this. I don't know the guy. Never met the guy. Never direct message, received direct message, nothing. Honestly, I just see a guy. It doesn't matter what colour he was, who he was. If somebody was getting persecuted by the government, it doesn't matter if he was an IRA man. I would still feel the exact same. And I would still be telling people off for saying stuff about him. Doesn't matter what colour he is, what race he is, what fucking religion he is. What's going on with that man is horrific. And any man standing out there saying that he's this and that and the other, or because you couldn't get a speech out, or you can't keep everybody happy. You know, that's just the way it is in this world, you know what I mean? It's not a big... I never came here. I came here from my friends. I came here to let my friends and my daughter know who I was, because I knew what people say about me and what the papers have wrote and all that bullshit back in the day. You know what I mean? So I know. So this is the only reason I'm here. I never expected it to go the way it's going. You know, I really didn't. I just wanted to get my point down for my daughter to look back on and think that's who my daddy was, you know what I mean? That's all I want. I'm 55. I don't know how long I've got left. Jeez, oh man. I'm not even, why would he even think about you? I can't see past what's happened to the man to even go down some rabbit hole of getting paid by the Israelis. That's fucking mental. That is nuts. Could you imagine if... I'm not even going to go down the rabbit hole of trying to explain to you how it's impossible, because it's just nuts. You are making me even as bad as yourselves. But listen, I understand there's arms and legs to everything. You know what I mean? And personal things, you got to put personal things that leave them. We cannot afford to be doing this, carry on and behaving like this. You know, it's nuts. You know what I mean? And there's people putting stuff out for other people that, you know, and I don't even think the person knows exactly what's going on. To be honest with you, like I'm trying to work it all out now, and I don't like what I'm seeing. To be honest with you, I'm really disappointed. You know, among some patriots. You know what I mean? And I just want to say this, you know what I mean? I will help any patriot out, and I will do everything I can to bring awareness to this country of what's happening, and to bring awareness to this country of what's happened to Tommy Robinson, and to try to save that man going back to jail. You know, because I'm terrified that man goes to jail, he's not going to get out alive. And that's as simple as that, man. I know, I've been in the jails, I've done the English jail system, I've done the Scottish jail system, the Northern Ireland. I know how it works in jail. People have been killed in jails that I've been in, so trust me, I know how it works, you know. So listen, at the end of the day, guys, it all needs to stop. I honestly believe, like, any wee niggly personal, he's this and he's, it's nuts. It's nuts, you know what I mean? At a time like this, you're choosing to get personal with people, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm not going to call nobody out or anything like that. You just know that's not my game. And it's not due to fear or nothing like that. And there's not a fucking bit of fear in my body. Like, and and it worries me sometimes, to be honest with you. It really does. But, no, guys, come on. We need to wrap this all up, you know what I mean? Remember what you are here for. You're here for your children. Do you want your children to grow up hateful? You know what I mean? Is that the way you want to be? Crazy? You want to be like the far left? You know what I mean? Just hate everybody? You know what I mean? It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. You know, we're all just bones, blood and skin, you know. But some of us bones, blood and skin aren't behaving very human. And that's the problem. And these people that aren't behaving very human are getting a free pass by our government. And it's being all kept quiet and all being smothered. But if it was the other way around, it would be all over the news. There would be documentaries. There would be people outside their people's door. Their mothers, their fathers, their aunties, their uncles. And anybody that knew them 15, 20 years ago would be getting interviewed. This is the two-tier. Isn't, you know. It's in your face, you know what I mean? It's in your face, guys. That's me. Thanks very much for listening. I'm heading to Glasgow. Got so much on to do. I wanted to get this out for my YouTube, guys. I'm quite sure the boys, and I'm going to give a wee snippet to Unite the North. So I'll just give them the video and they'll take a wee bit, because TikToks don't do big videos, you know what I mean? So, like I say, everybody around me are good guys. Everybody around me are not far right. Everybody around me respects everybody in this country. You know what I mean? Everybody should be here legally in this country, because remember, our problem is that the ones that are coming here illegally are taking the places of the people that should be coming here, the women and children that deserve their refuge in this country. These guys are jumping the queue and our government can't even kick them out. So when do our government say we're full? Because we still need to bring refugees over here. There's people here still needing refuge in this country. There's women and children around the world being persecuted, either for religion or for the fact that they're just women. Right? And these men are coming over here and stealing their places, you know, because we have to have a limit. You know, everybody knows that. That's something you just cannot deny, Labour government. But this country does have a limit. But you just don't seem to get that through your head. But that's why you're not going to be here for long, because you've let this country down so much. It's unforgivable. And eventually, every single man and woman in this country, apart from the Blue Heart Brigade, Hope Not Hate and End Racism, will be wanting to see the back of Labour Party, and you'll never get back into power in this country ever again because of what you have done right now. Trust me on that. I've got a crystal ball and I see things.